Hi, today we'll talk about Oracle Goldengate parameter file rules. Number one is parameter file resides in the dir PRM directory. That's the default directory location that is under the Goldengate home directory. The second one is you can specify one parameter per line. Use double hyphen to add a comment at the start of the line or after a parameter. Parameter are processed in the order they appear in the file. So generally, process definition like extract name, replicate names are mentioned first, and then the connection information using user ID alias, and then the rest of the like transformation and mapping rules are defined. Every parameter has a default value, and every parameter has a counter and opposite parameter. So if you look at Oracle documentation for parameters, you'll see this get inserts, ignore inserts, get delete, ignore deletes. So every parameter has a opposite or counter. So if you look for documentation, it mentioned it is valid for what? It is valid for extract, replicate both, or only extract or only replicate. And what is the default value? And what is the opposite parameter? Same for if you look at handle collision, no handle collision. So and if you look at this, it is valid only for replicate, and the default value is explaining everything, and then the default value is no handle collisions. So and then the validity of a parameter in parameter file exists until the counter or opposite parameter is encountered. And next one is parameter is valid for tables following that parameter. What does it mean is, let's look at this parameter file. So you have first I've defined the extract name, then the connection information, then the trail file, and I've added some comments here also. And then I say ignore inserts. So the default is get inserts. Ignore inserts means if there is an insert operation on the source, don't capture it. So I say table hr.employees. Then I say get inserts. The moment I say get inserts, this ignore inserts are uh, not valid anymore. So get insert is the new setting. Now under that get inserts, I mentioned table, HR department, and HR jobs. So for HR department and jobs, inserts will be captured as get inserts. For employees, which is mentioned as written before get inserts, so get inserts will have no effect on employees table. Before employees, I have ignore inserts. So employee for employee table, all the inserts will be ignored. The last one is usually the parameter doesn't need a semicolon or a termination character at the end of the line, but there are a few exceptions like table, map, sequence, file, and query. These are a few exceptions where you need a semicolon at the end of the line. That's it. Thank you. Bye.